This song was recommended by Tim Hyde, I believe. It was Ohio. It's about the four in Kent State. I was a junior up there when all that stuff went down, but about 3 days later, Neil Young came out with this song and kind of told what happened up there. So let's look at what's going on with this. You can play it in regular tuning. You can play a D minor, an F, and a C, a G minor 7. You're going to play, you can just play the top 3 strings at 3. If you want to be a little more elaborate, you can play bar all the way across at 3, and then your ring finger can go on the 5 at A. So it'd be 3 5 3 3 3 3, or just simply 3 3 3 if you want to play it that way. And that's all the chords are in it. Now that's if you're playing in regular tuning. If you're playing with the record, Neil's got it tuned. The low string is D, and the high string is D. So if you take your D chord and take your second finger off, okay, it sounds pretty cool. Because all you got in there are D's and A's. So it's like a giant power chord. Okay? So I'm going to show you how to play a little bit of the rest of it, you just play it just straight with D's and C's and F's and the G7 with the G7. It's pretty basic, but if you want to tune it to fit what he does, then I'll show you how he plays that introduction, how he plays through a little bit of that. So he plays he gets his fingers set here. He doesn't have to hit the high string because that's already a D. So you just simply use a two fingers for the D. So you're gonna fret at 2 G and 3 B. And I'm using my first and my third finger. You can use your first and I'd use my first and third because you might need your other finger. But anyway, we're gonna do it this way. So you're gonna play low D, the low E string, which is now tuned to D. Then you're going to play the D and G strings together. So open D and 2 on G. I'm sorry. You're going to play the low D and then play D and G both open. And then you're going to hammer on 2 at G. So it's like this. So low E or D, and then G and D, and then hammer on the G at 2. Now notice I still have my finger here. I haven't played that high B, the B3 yet, but I've got my finger there ready. So I'm playing low E or D, the tune to D, and then D, G, and then hammer 2 on G. Okay, after that, you're going to play the B at 3 and the open E string, which is tuned to D. So you have this. Okay, then you're going to take your first finger off again, and you're going to play B3 and open G. So you got this. Let's go again. Okay. Now you're going to make an F shape, but just the 3 strings here, like you're at D3, G2, and B1. Okay, you're not going to play the high string. So you got that for your formation, but what you're going to play out of that is you're going to play the 2 and the 3. You're going to play the D and the G at 3 and 2, and then you're going to take your second finger off and play open G and B1. So it's like you got your right here. You got D3, G2, B1. So you're going to play G2, D3, and B2 first. Your fingers are on D3, G2, and B1. You're going to play D3 and G2 first. take your finger off of the G string. So now you've got open G and B1. So again, those two notes, those two pieces. The first one is 2 and 3, 3 on D, 2 on G. Take your finger off of G, and now you got open G, 1 on B. So far we got this. Okay, one more time. Okay, and now you're going to come down and form a C chord, and you're going to play the bottom A and the D string. That's 3 and 2, and then you're going to play D2, G open, and B1. So you're breaking the chord in two. You're playing the bottom part A and D, and then playing D, G, B. So here's what the whole thing sounds like, hopefully. Time. Whoop. Okay, and when you strum that C, make sure don't get that high D in there because D is not part of C. Okay, so one more time. Now the second part of that is exactly the same, but you only hit C one time. So you go. Just takes a little practice, I guess. That's the first part. And that's how they do that. Okay, the G minor, if you're playing the regular G minor, again, you got a regular tuning. You can play just the first 3 strings, or you can, if you want to be a little more elaborate, you can bar all the way across 3 and add your ring finger at 5 on the A. If you're playing with the open tuning like I've got, then you're going to put your first 2 you put your 3rd and 4th fingers on the bottom 2 strings at 5, and then bar all the way across at 3. That's a G minor 7. Okay, and then to play the C, either play the pattern of C, but only play from the A string up to the B string, the middle 4 strings. Or you can fret 3, 5, 5, 5, 3. Or 3, 5, 5. Actually, it's 3, 5, 5, 5. 3, 5, 5, 5. Again, you don't want to play the low or the high E when you're playing the C, whether you play it this way or this way. Okay, so one more time on that whole bit, and then we're going to get off it. So here's your beginning. Okay, so that's it. So most of you, I'm sure, are going to probably play the regular, but it's kind of cool to hear what's going on with that. Okay, so let's have Neil play a little bit of this. We're not going to play the whole thing, I don't think, but we're going to play a little bit of it and see what it goes with this. Okay, so here we go. then he goes off in a solo and then comes back in 4-Dead in Ohio, and that's that D minor F C thing. So you just play that out. Okay, that's Neil Young's Ohio. So you can play it straight, or you can kind of mess with that interesting piece he's got in there. So hope you like that. All right.